Hey everyone, it's Keela here, and today I'm sharing a layout and process video for Scrap Squad. I'm using Scraplift 14 as inspiration, and this is the new lift for this week. It went up on late Thursday evening, early Friday morning. I know we have quite a few of the Scrap Squad members that like to wait up until midnight and wait for the new lift to go up. So this lift, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I absolutely love the layout, and I've had it saved on Pinterest for quite some time now, and I knew it was one of those that I knew I wanted to have a go at. So it was great that I could pull this in for one of our Scrap Squad weekly lifts. And I really like how on the original layout there's a great opportunity to use up lots of embellishments. I always end up with lots of embellishments left over once I've used up the pattern paper of a collection. So this sort of lift is fantastic because you don't have to use very much paper. It's a couple of paper strips, but tons of embellishments. So I've started off by cutting up some paper strips. I decided to go quite dramatic on this page and use this black and white check, which is from The Avenue by Jane Hadfield, which this year it's been one of my favourite collections ever to use, and I've still got quite a lot left, and even after this layout I've tons of embellishments and papers left. So I'm going to be using this collection for some time for sure. So I'm going to use this black and white check, and I'm not sure if I pulled my photo in yet, but I have got a photo picked out, which is one of my son TJ, and he's holding up his homework project that he completed. I have recently scrapped the photographs that we took for this project, which is going to go alongside this page. I've attached all my strips down now. I've distressed the edges of all the paper strips. I really love how this adds a lot of texture to a page. I've also used my sewing machine, which I did have quite a lot of trouble with my machine, and it took me some time to figure out what I'd done wrong, and I had done something wrong. My bobbin thread was in upside down, so it was like my thread, when I was sewing, it was coming backwards, so my zigzags were underneath and not on top. So anyway, I managed to fix it in the end. So I do have quite a few holes where I don't want them to be, but and a few messed up stitches, but it's fine. These are handmade projects, so they're not going to look perfect. I've now put my photo in place, and I've attached a doily to the back. I don't buy my doilies. I cut them on my silhouette, and the reason being for this is, for one, I can pick lots of different designs and sizes for my doilies, but also doilies are kind of off-white when you buy them. I mean, you can get some that are quite white, but they're always slightly different colour to the white cardstock I use. So this way they match, all my whites match and they're the same tone of white. And obviously, like I said, you can cut lots of various different designs, different sizes. I'd love to do a big one on the background with lots of embellishments and photographs in the middle. I think that would be quite nice. But anyway, I've started pulling in some embellishments. Now, I did pick out quite a few off camera, and the reason being is because with this collection, the borders on the die cuts and things are really, really thick. So I like to fussy cut around each of the embellishments just to add a slightly thinner white border around them all. So I've pulled in a house because the project that he was working on, which I have mentioned in a previous video, I think, where I've scrapbooked about this, and it was a local area project. So he had to go around where he lives and take lots of photos of things that he sees along the way. So we visited quite a few places just in our local area. We visited the local shop, the church, the canal, which is literally around the corner from us. We've got a giant clock near where we live, so we visited that. We've got the doctors. We visited quite a few different places and took photographs along the way. And this is just TJ holding up his project, which is on 12 by 12 scrapbooking card, obviously because his mum was a scrapbooker. And he's used his own handwriting to write all the names of the different places, and I think that's one of the main reasons I wanted to document this, even though I've already documented the photographs that we took, but it's got his handwriting on, which obviously this was I'm sure this photo was taken in 2016, and he's a lot older now, so his handwriting's changed. In fact, I think it's a lot worse a lot worse now than it was then. So I just think little things like that are nice to document, those little things with their handwriting on and things that they've made. I really love that. So I've started, like I said, committing to my embellishments and sticking things down. I've got a house on there because it's the local area. There's a little bag of shopping, which I could not think of anything else that I'd use that on. So this is the perfect layout for that. I've got a butterfly, an acorn, a little paper bag with bread in, a bicycle because he did take out his bike on the day that we went for the ride, so I thought that was really, it fit really well. And I've started tucking in some flourishes, some leaves, little flower things, I think they are, but those I picked mainly for the colour. I liked adding that pop of gold and yellow onto the page. And yeah, I'm just committing now to sticking them down. I do stick some things up on foam, I stick some things flat, just to add different levels and some shadowing throughout the embellishments. But I really love how this turns out. I think I do go a bit over the top, and maybe add a little bit too much, but I'm not gonna lie, I did get carried away when it came to embellishing. I have added a label tab piece at the top. You can't quite see it on the image that I've added into the top right hand corner, which is of the Scraplift, because for some reason I can't make them rectangular on here, and this is a Scraplift of another kind of A4 size page. And I've added a little scroll, is that how you say it? Am I saying it correct? At the top, which I think he's just adorable. He had to make it onto this page with the acorns and things too. And still adding a few more flourishes in. Now I have added my title to the side of the photo because I was kind of putting them in place of the words on the original, rather than where the title is on the original. But off camera I do change my mind and I decide that I don't like it where it is. So I move it down to the bottom, which you will be able to see in the photo shortly. And I put it down at the bottom and add another one of those little golden florally pieces in with that as well. And the title just is My Local Area, which is the title of TJ's kind of page on the photograph. So I thought that worked really well. Now I do add in a couple of word stickers as well into the the large embellishment cluster. I add the word love, home, and hey neighbour, which is another sticker I don't know when, any other time that I'd be able to use. So hey neighbour works really well for this page as well because we're going around our local area. And I finish off with a couple of gold splatters just to add a bit of sparkle to the page, and that's more or less it. So here are my close-ups. As you can see, I have moved the title down to the bottom, which I think does look a lot better and it stands out a bit more. Please do check out the Scrap Squad Facebook group where you'll be able to see lots more versions of this Scraplift. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back again next week with another Scrap Squad Scraplift. Bye!